Interactions between plants and animals. The interaction between plants and animals is a fascinating topic that has been studied for centuries. The relationship between these two groups of organisms is complex and dynamic, as they rely on each other for survival and growth. In this essay, we will explore the various ways in which plants and animals interact with each other, and how these interactions have evolved over time. One of the most basic forms of interaction between plants and animals is pollination. Pollination is the process by which pollen from the male parts of a flower is transferred to the female parts of another flower, allowing for fertilization and the production of seeds. This process is vital for the reproduction of many plant species, and it is often facilitated by animals such as bees, butterflies, and birds. These animals are attracted to the flowers by their colors and scents, and they unwittingly transfer pollen from flower to flower as they feed on the nectar. Another important way in which animals interact with plants is through seed dispersal. After a plant produces seeds, they must be dispersed in order to grow in new locations. This is often done by animals, who eat the fruit or seeds and then excrete them in a different location. Some animals, such as squirrels and birds, also bury seeds in the ground, which can then grow into new plants. This process helps plants to expand their range and increase their chances of survival. Plants and animals also interact in more complex ways. For example, some plants have evolved to produce toxins or other chemicals that repel or deter animals that would otherwise eat them. Similarly, some animals have developed adaptations that allow them to eat toxic plants without being harmed. These interactions are constantly evolving as plants and animals adapt to each other's strategies. The interaction between plants and animals can also have broader ecological implications. For example, the presence of certain plant species can attract specific animal species, which in turn can affect the entire ecosystem. Similarly, changes in the population of one species can have a ripple effect on the rest of the ecosystem. For example, the decline of pollinators such as bees can have a negative impact on the reproduction of many plant species, which in turn can affect the animals that rely on those plants for food or habitat. Continuing on, another important way in which plants and animals interact is through herbivory. Many animals feed on plant material, either exclusively or as part of their diet. This can range from small insects to large herbivores such as elephants and giraffes. In response, plants have evolved a variety of defense mechanisms to deter herbivores, such as tough leaves or spines, bitter or toxic chemicals, and even symbiotic relationships with other organisms that protect them from herbivory. However, some animals have also evolved strategies to overcome these defenses. For example, some insects have specialized digestive systems that allow them to break down and detoxify plant chemicals, while others have evolved behaviors such as leaf rolling or galling that allow them to access plant tissue that is less well protected. In turn, plants have evolved counter-strategies to these adaptations, such as producing even more toxic chemicals or inducing the release of parasitic wasps that attack the herbivores. Beyond herbivory, plants and animals also interact in other ways that are essential to the functioning of ecosystems. For example, many plants rely on mycorrhizal fungi to facilitate nutrient uptake from the soil, while these fungi in turn receive sugars from the plants. Similarly, some animals, such as pollinators, serve as key intermediaries in the transfer of energy and nutrients between plant species. These interactions are essential to maintaining the diversity and productivity of ecosystems, and disruptions to them can have far-reaching consequences. Overall, the relationship between plants and animals is one of mutual dependence and coevolution. From pollination and seed dispersal to herbivory and symbiosis, these interactions shape the evolution and ecology of both groups of organisms. As humans continue to alter the natural world through activities such as habitat destruction and climate change, understanding these interactions becomes even more important for ensuring the resilience and sustainability of ecosystems. By studying and conserving the complex web of interactions between plants and animals, we can better appreciate the intricate beauty of the natural world and work towards a more harmonious relationship with it. In addition to the ecological roles they play, plants and animals also have important cultural and economic significance. Many cultures around the world have developed intricate traditions and beliefs related to plants and animals, using them for food, medicine, and spiritual purposes. For example, many indigenous cultures use plants such as ayahuasca or peyote in religious rituals, while others rely on medicinal plants for healing and health maintenance. Similarly, animals have been used for centuries for food, clothing, and other resources. For example, many indigenous cultures in the Arctic rely on hunting marine mammals such as seals and whales for their subsistence and survival. In other parts of the world, animals such as cattle, sheep, and chickens are raised for meat and dairy production, while animals such as sheep and alpacas are used for their wool. However, these practices have also come under scrutiny in recent years, as concerns about animal welfare and sustainability have grown. In particular, the industrial-scale production of meat, dairy, and other animal products has been criticized for its environmental impact, including deforestation, greenhouse gas emissions, and pollution. Similarly, the overhunting and exploitation of wild animal populations has threatened many species with extinction and disrupted important ecological processes. As a result, there has been growing interest in alternative approaches to food and resource production, including plant-based diets, sustainable agriculture, and the development of new technologies such as lab-grown meat. These approaches seek to reduce the impact of human activities on the natural world while still meeting our basic needs for food, clothing, and other resources. Another aspect of the interaction between plants and animals is the impact of human activities on these relationships. Human activities such as deforestation, land use change, pollution, and climate change have had significant effects on both plants and animals. These activities have altered the physical environment, disrupted ecological processes, and led to the loss of biodiversity. One example of this is the impact of deforestation on pollinators. Deforestation destroys the habitats of many pollinators, reducing their numbers and their ability to perform their important role in the pollination of plants. This can lead to a decline in the reproduction and survival of plant species, which can have ripple effects throughout the ecosystem. Similarly, climate change is affecting the timing and behavior of both plants and animals. Find the signs of plant growth. Plant development is a complex and fascinating process that involves a variety of stages, from seed germination to maturity. Understanding the development of plants is important not only for basic scientific research but also for practical applications in agriculture and horticulture. Seed germination is the first stage of plant development, in which the seed begins to grow and develop into a seedling. The process of germination is triggered by the presence of water and oxygen, which activate enzymes within the seed that break down stored nutrients and trigger growth. As the seedling grows, it begins to develop leaves and roots, which play important roles in photosynthesis and nutrient uptake, respectively. Leaves are the primary site of photosynthesis, in which light energy is converted into chemical energy to fuel plant growth. Roots, on the other hand, absorb water and nutrients from the soil and anchor the plant in place. As the plant continues to grow, it may enter a period of dormancy, during which growth slows or stops altogether. This can occur in response to changes in temperature, light, or water availability, and helps the plant to conserve energy during times of stress. Eventually, the plant reaches maturity, at which point it begins to produce flowers or other reproductive structures. These structures play important roles in pollination and fertilization, which allow the plant to produce seeds and continue its life cycle. The development of plants is influenced by a variety of factors, including genetic and environmental factors. For example, different plant species may have unique developmental pathways or responses to environmental stimuli. The availability of nutrients, water, and light can also have significant impacts on plant development. Understanding the development of plants is important for a variety of practical applications, including agriculture, horticulture, and conservation. Agricultural researchers, for example, may study plant development to develop new crop varieties that are more resilient to environmental stresses or have higher yields. Horticulturists may use their understanding of plant development to cultivate plants with desirable characteristics, such as colorful flowers or disease resistance. In addition to its practical applications, the study of plant development also has important implications for basic scientific research. By understanding the molecular and genetic mechanisms underlying plant development, scientists can gain insights into the fundamental processes that drive life on Earth. The development of plants is a complex and dynamic process that involves a variety of stages and is influenced by a range of factors. Understanding the mechanisms underlying plant development has important implications for practical applications in agriculture and horticulture, as well as for basic scientific research. Further research in this field may lead to new insights into the fundamental processes that drive life on Earth, as well as new strategies for addressing the challenges facing our planet today. The development of plants is also influenced by various internal and external signals that regulate gene expression and developmental processes. Hormones, for example, play important roles in regulating growth, development, and responses to environmental stimuli. Auxin, for instance, is a hormone that regulates various aspects of plant growth and development, such as cell division, elongation, and differentiation. Gibberellins and cytokinins are other hormones that promote growth and development, while abscisic acid and ethylene are involved in stress responses and fruit ripening, respectively. In addition to hormonal signals, plants also respond to various environmental stimuli, such as light, temperature, and gravity. Phototropism, for instance, is the directional growth of plants in response to light, while gravitropism is the directional growth of plants in response to gravity. Plants also respond to changes in temperature by altering their growth and development, such as producing more leaves or flowers during warmer temperatures. Understanding the signals and mechanisms underlying plant development is important for developing strategies to optimize plant growth and productivity. For example, agricultural researchers may study plant hormones and environmental signals to develop new crop varieties that are more resistant to drought, pests, and diseases, or that have higher yields under specific conditions. In addition to its practical applications, the study of plant development has broader implications for our understanding of life on Earth. Plants are essential components of the biosphere, playing important roles in nutrient cycling, carbon sequestration, and ecosystem function. By understanding the mechanisms underlying plant development, we can gain insights into the fundamental processes that drive life on Earth, as well as the impacts of environmental change on the functioning of ecosystems. Plants have developed a range of adaptive mechanisms to cope with changing environmental conditions, such as drought, salinity, and extreme temperatures. One such mechanism is the production of secondary metabolites, which are chemicals that plants produce in response to stress. These metabolites can help plants to cope with stress by protecting them from pests and diseases, or by reducing water loss through transpiration. Another important adaptive mechanism is the formation of symbiotic relationships with other organisms, such as mycorrhizal fungi and nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Mycorrhizal fungi form mutualistic relationships with plant roots, providing them with nutrients such as phosphorus and zinc, while the plant provides the fungus with carbohydrates. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria, on the other hand, convert atmospheric nitrogen into a form that plants can use, thereby reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. In addition to their adaptive mechanisms, plants also play important roles in ecosystem function and biodiversity. They provide food and habitat for a wide range of organisms, from insects and birds to larger mammals, and contribute to nutrient cycling and carbon sequestration. However, human activities such as deforestation, habitat destruction, and climate change are putting increasing pressure on plant populations and the ecosystems they support. Understanding the adaptive mechanisms and ecological roles of plants is important for conservation efforts and the sustainable management of natural resources. By developing strategies to protect and restore plant populations and their habitats, we can help to promote biodiversity and ecosystem function, while also ensuring the long-term sustainability of the resources we depend on. Plants are also important sources of medicine, providing a wide range of compounds with therapeutic potential. Traditional medicine systems around the world have long used plant-derived remedies for various ailments, and many modern pharmaceuticals are based on plant compounds or inspired by them. One example of a plant-derived medicine is aspirin, which is derived from salicylic acid, a compound found in willow bark. Aspirin is a widely used pain reliever and anti-inflammatory drug. Another example is the antimalarial drug artemisinin, which is derived from the sweet wormwood plant. Artemisinin has become an important tool in the fight against malaria, a disease that affects millions of people worldwide. In addition to their medicinal properties, plants also have cultural and aesthetic value. They have been used in various cultural and religious practices around the world, and are appreciated for their beauty and the sense of calm and tranquility they can bring to indoor and outdoor spaces. Understanding the various roles and values of plants is important for their conservation and sustainable use. Many plant species are threatened by habitat loss, climate change, and overexploitation, and their loss can have significant ecological, cultural, and economic impacts. By valuing and protecting plants, we can ensure their continued contribution to our well-being and the health of the planet. Plants and their ecology. Plants are a diverse group of organisms that play a critical role in maintaining the balance of ecosystems and the well-being of human societies. With over 300,000 known species, plants occupy a wide range of habitats, from the rainforest to the desert, and play important ecological roles such as photosynthesis, nutrient cycling, and soil stabilization. In this essay, we will explore the various types of plants and their ecological roles, as well as the threats they face and the conservation efforts aimed at protecting them. One of the most well-known groups of plants is the angiosperms, or flowering plants. Flowering plants are characterized by their ability to produce flowers and fruit, and include many familiar species such as roses, apples, and wheat. Flowering plants play a critical role in pollination, providing food and habitat for many animals, and are also important cultural and economic resources for human societies. Another important group of plants is the gymnosperms, which include plants such as conifers and cycads. Gymnosperms are characterized by their lack of flowers and the production of naked seeds, and occupy a wide range of habitats, from the temperate forests to the alpine tundra. Gymnosperms play important ecological roles such as soil stabilization and carbon sequestration, and are also important sources of wood and other resources for human societies. In addition to these groups, there are many other types of plants, including ferns, mosses, and algae. Ferns are a group of non-flowering plants that reproduce by spores, and play important ecological roles such as soil stabilization and water absorption. Mosses are another group of non-flowering plants, playing important roles in soil formation and water retention. Algae are a diverse group of aquatic plants, including species such as seaweed and phytoplankton, that play important roles in the ocean food chain and the global carbon cycle. However, despite the important roles that plants play in ecosystems and human societies, many species are threatened by human activities such as deforestation, climate change, and overexploitation. For example, many forest ecosystems are being destroyed or degraded by deforestation, leading to the loss of habitat and biodiversity. Similarly, climate change is affecting the timing and availability of resources for many plant species, leading to declines in reproduction and survival. Conservation efforts aimed at protecting plant species and their habitats are therefore essential for maintaining ecological balance and promoting the well-being of human societies. These efforts can take many forms, including the establishment of protected areas, the implementation of regulations to limit deforestation and other activities that harm plants, and the restoration of degraded habitats. For example, many countries have established national parks or other protected areas to conserve important ecosystems and the plant species that inhabit them. These areas provide important habitat for endangered species, as well as opportunities for scientific research and ecotourism. Similarly, efforts to promote sustainable resource use can help to ensure the survival and continued role of plant species in ecological processes. Many countries have implemented regulations on the use of plant resources, such as bans on the harvesting of certain species or limits on the amount that can be harvested. These regulations can help to prevent the extinction of these species and promote sustainable resource use. Finally, efforts to restore degraded habitats can help to rebuild the ecological relationships between plants and other organisms that have been disrupted by human activities. Restoration efforts can include the planting of native plant species, the removal of invasive species, and the creation of habitats such as wetlands or forests. These efforts can help to support the recovery of plant populations and restore important ecological processes such as photosynthesis, nutrient cycling, and soil stabilization. In conclusion, the diversity of plant species and their ecological roles highlight the importance of conservation efforts aimed at protecting and preserving these organisms and the ecosystems they inhabit. Human activities such as deforestation, climate change, and overexploitation are threatening many plant species and their habitats, highlighting the need for sustainable and responsible management of natural resources. By promoting a more harmonious relationship between humans and the natural world, we can help to ensure a healthy and sustainable future for all life on Earth. Furthermore, plants also have cultural and economic significance for human societies. Many plants are used for food, medicine, and other resources, and have important cultural and spiritual significance in many cultures around the world. For example, the lotus flower is revered in many Asian cultures for its beauty and spiritual symbolism, while the cacao plant is used to make chocolate, a beloved food in many cultures. In addition, plants play an important role in agriculture, providing food and other resources for human societies. Many plant species are cultivated for their food products, including grains such as wheat, rice, and maize, and fruits such as apples, oranges, and bananas. Plant-based products such as cotton, timber, and rubber are also important sources of income and livelihoods for many communities around the world. However, the impact of human activities on plant populations and their ecological roles is threatening the sustainability of these resources. For example, the use of pesticides and other chemicals in agriculture can have negative impacts on plant populations and their ecological interactions, leading to declines in biodiversity and the health of ecosystems. Similarly, overexploitation of plant resources can lead to the extinction of species and the disruption of ecological processes. Conservation efforts aimed at protecting plant populations and their habitats are therefore essential for promoting the well-being of both plants and human societies. These efforts can take many forms, including the promotion of sustainable agriculture practices, the establishment of protected areas for plant species, and the restoration of degraded habitats. In addition, public education and awareness-raising campaigns can help to promote more responsible and sustainable attitudes and behaviors towards plants and the environment. The diversity of plant species and their ecological roles highlight the importance of conservation efforts aimed at protecting and preserving these organisms and the ecosystems they inhabit. Human activities such as deforestation, climate change, and overexploitation are threatening many plant species and their habitats, highlighting the need for sustainable and responsible management of natural resources. By promoting a more harmonious relationship between humans and the natural world, we can help to ensure a healthy and sustainable future for all life on Earth. Plants also play an important role in mitigating the impacts of climate change. Through the process of photosynthesis, plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and convert it into oxygen and organic matter. This process helps to reduce the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which can help to mitigate the effects of climate change. In addition, plants can also help to stabilize soil and prevent erosion, which can reduce the release of carbon into the atmosphere. Furthermore, plants also play a critical role in the water cycle, regulating the flow of water through ecosystems and helping to maintain healthy water systems. Many plants are adapted to thrive in specific water conditions, such as wetlands or arid environments, and play important roles in maintaining the balance of water resources. For example, wetland plants help to filter water, remove pollutants, and prevent flooding, while desert plants are adapted to conserve water and prevent soil erosion. However, many plant species and their habitats are threatened by human activities such as urbanization, land use change, and pollution. For example, the expansion of urban areas and infrastructure can lead to the loss of natural habitats and fragmentation of ecosystems, which can have negative impacts on plant populations and their ecological interactions. Overview of nutrition knowledge. Nutrition is the study of how food affects the body and how the body uses food to maintain health and function. Proper nutrition is essential for overall health and well-being, and plays a crucial role in the prevention and management of chronic diseases. Macronutrients, such as carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, provide the body with energy and are necessary for growth and repair. Carbohydrates are the body's primary source of energy, while proteins are essential for building and repairing tissues. Fats are important for energy storage and insulation. Micronutrients, such as vitamins and minerals, are also essential for optimal health. Vitamins are organic compounds that the body needs in small amounts to maintain normal metabolic function. Minerals are inorganic compounds that the body needs in small amounts for various functions, including bone health, muscle function, and nerve function. A healthy, balanced diet should include a variety of foods from all food groups, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. The dietary guidelines for Americans provide recommendations for a healthy diet, including consuming a variety of fruits and vegetables, choosing whole grains over refined grains, and limiting saturated and trans fats, added sugars, and sodium. In addition to a healthy diet, physical activity is important for maintaining overall health and preventing chronic diseases. Regular exercise can help to improve cardiovascular health, increase muscle mass and strength, and reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and certain types of cancer. While a healthy diet and regular physical activity are important for overall health, it is also important to avoid unhealthy behaviors, such as smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Smoking is a leading cause of preventable deaths worldwide and is associated with an increased risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, and respiratory disease. Excessive alcohol consumption can lead to liver damage, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of certain types of cancer. Nutrition also plays an important role in the prevention and management of chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer. For example, a diet high in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins has been associated with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Consumption of red and processed meats, saturated and trans fats, and added sugars has been associated with an increased risk of chronic diseases. In addition, certain populations may have unique nutrition needs. For example, pregnant women require additional nutrients to support fetal development, including folic acid and iron. Older adults may require additional calcium and vitamin D to maintain bone health, while individuals with certain medical conditions may require specific nutrient supplementation or restrictions. Food safety is also an important aspect of nutrition. Foodborne illnesses can be caused by bacteria, viruses, parasites, and other pathogens, and can cause symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Proper food handling, preparation, and storage can help to prevent foodborne illnesses. While a healthy diet is the foundation of good nutrition, dietary supplements may also be used to support overall health and well-being. However, it is important to note that dietary supplements are not a replacement for a healthy diet, and excessive supplementation can lead to adverse effects. Conclusion. In conclusion, nutrition plays a crucial role in overall health and well-being. A healthy, balanced diet is important for the prevention and management of chronic diseases, and may have unique nutrient needs for certain populations. Food safety is also an important aspect of nutrition. While dietary supplements may be used to support overall health and well-being, they are not a replacement for a healthy diet, and excessive supplementation can lead to adverse effects. Further research in this field may lead to the development of new prevention and treatment strategies for a variety of conditions. Nutrition also has an impact on mental health and cognitive function. For example, certain vitamins and minerals, such as B vitamins and iron, are important for cognitive function and may help to improve memory and concentration. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish and some nuts and seeds, may also have a positive effect on cognitive function and may help to reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. In addition, certain dietary patterns, such as the Mediterranean diet, have been associated with a reduced risk of depression and other mental health disorders. This may be due to the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of the foods included in the diet, as well as the high intake of healthy fats and complex carbohydrates. Eating disorders, such as anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder, are also related to nutrition. Eating disorders are complex mental health conditions that are characterized by abnormal eating patterns and negative attitudes toward body weight and shape. Eating disorders can have serious health consequences, including malnutrition, electrolyte imbalances, and organ damage. In addition to nutrition's impact on physical and mental health, it also has a significant impact on the environment. The production of food and beverages is responsible for a significant amount of greenhouse gas emissions and other environmental impacts, including water use and land use. Sustainable agriculture and food production practices, such as organic farming and reduced food waste, can help to reduce the environmental impact of food production. Nutrition is also an important factor in the prevention and management of obesity. Obesity is a complex condition that is influenced by a variety of factors, including genetics, environment, and behavior. However, a diet high in calories, saturated and trans fats, and added sugars, and low in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, is a major contributor to the development of obesity. Weight loss interventions, such as diet and exercise, are typically the first line of treatment for obesity. However, in some cases, medication or surgery may be necessary. A registered dietitian can provide personalized nutrition recommendations to support weight loss and overall health. Nutrition is also important during the aging process. Older adults may experience changes in nutrient absorption, metabolism, and appetite, which can increase the risk of nutrient deficiencies. Adequate intake of nutrients such as calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin B12 is important for maintaining bone health and preventing falls and fractures. In addition, older adults may benefit from an increased intake of protein to maintain muscle mass and strength. Nutrition is also important for athletes and individuals who engage in regular physical activity. Adequate intake of carbohydrates, protein, and fluids can help to support athletic performance and recovery. In addition, certain nutrients, such as iron and calcium, may be particularly important for athletes. Finally, nutrition is important for children and adolescents, as it supports growth and development. Adequate intake of nutrients such as calcium, vitamin D, and iron is important for bone health, while adequate intake of protein is important for growth and development. Nutrition education and counseling are important components of promoting healthy eating habits and improving overall health. Nutrition education can provide individuals with the knowledge and skills needed to make informed decisions about food choices and meal planning. Types of microorganisms in the gut and their role. The human gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, collectively known as the gut microbiota. This complex ecosystem includes a diverse array of bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microorganisms that play important roles in human health and disease. In this essay, we will explore the different types of microorganisms found in the gut, their ecological roles, and the potential impacts of imbalances in the gut microbiota. One of the most well-known types of gut microorganisms is the bacteria. Bacteria are the most abundant and diverse group of microorganisms in the gut microbiota, and play important roles in digestion, immune function, and the synthesis of vitamins and other nutrients. Bacterial imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to a range of health problems, including inflammatory bowel disease, obesity, and diabetes. In addition to bacteria, the gut microbiota also includes other types of microorganisms such as fungi and viruses. Fungi are important decomposers in the gut, breaking down complex organic matter and helping to maintain the balance of the microbiota. Viruses, while not as well understood, may also play important roles in regulating the gut microbiota and preventing infection by harmful microorganisms. The gut microbiota also plays important roles in regulating the immune system and preventing infection by harmful microorganisms. The gut microbiota produces a range of compounds, such as short-chain fatty acids, that help to regulate immune function and prevent the growth of harmful bacteria. Imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to increased susceptibility to infections and autoimmune diseases, highlighting the importance of maintaining a healthy gut microbiota. Furthermore, the gut microbiota plays an important role in the metabolism of food and other nutrients. The gut microbiota helps to break down complex carbohydrates and other nutrients that are difficult for the human body to digest, producing compounds such as short-chain fatty acids that can be used for energy or stored for later use. Imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to metabolic disorders such as obesity and diabetes, highlighting the importance of maintaining a healthy gut microbiota. However, many factors can disrupt the balance of the gut microbiota and lead to imbalances or dysbiosis. For example, the use of antibiotics can kill off beneficial bacteria in the gut, leading to imbalances and increased susceptibility to infection. Similarly, changes in diet or lifestyle can affect the composition of the gut microbiota, leading to imbalances and potential health problems. Conservation efforts aimed at maintaining a healthy gut microbiota are therefore essential for promoting the well-being of human societies. These efforts can take many forms, including the use of probiotics or prebiotics to promote beneficial microorganisms in the gut. The implementation of regulations to limit the use of antibiotics and other harmful substances that disrupt the gut microbiota, and the promotion of healthy lifestyle habits such as a balanced diet and regular exercise. In conclusion, the gut microbiota is a complex ecosystem of microorganisms that plays critical roles in human health and disease. Different types of microorganisms, such as bacteria, fungi, and viruses, have important ecological roles in the gut microbiota and contribute to the overall health of the host organism. Imbalances in the gut microbiota can lead to a range of health problems, highlighting the importance of maintaining a healthy gut microbiota through conservation efforts aimed at promoting beneficial microorganisms and minimizing disruptions to the microbiota. Recent research has also shown that the gut microbiota may have an impact on mental health and cognitive function. The gut-brain axis is a complex communication network that connects the gut microbiota to the brain, and has been linked to a range of mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety. The gut microbiota produces compounds such as neurotransmitters and hormones that can affect brain function. And imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to changes in behavior and cognitive function. Furthermore, the gut microbiota also plays an important role in the development of the immune system, particularly in early childhood. The gut microbiota helps to train the immune system to recognize and respond to harmful microorganisms and imbalances in the gut microbiota during early childhood have been linked to increased risk of autoimmune diseases and other health problems later in life. Conservation efforts aimed at maintaining a healthy gut microbiota are therefore essential not only for promoting physical health but also for promoting mental health and cognitive function. In addition to the strategies mentioned above, efforts to promote a diverse and healthy gut microbiota can include the promotion of breastfeeding, which has been shown to help establish a healthy gut microbiota in infants, and the promotion of a diverse diet that includes a variety of plant-based foods. In conclusion, the gut microbiota is a complex ecosystem of microorganisms that plays critical roles in human health and disease. The diversity of microorganisms found in the gut microbiota, including bacteria, fungi, and viruses, contribute to a range of important ecological functions such as digestion, immune function, and metabolism. Imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to a range of health problems, highlighting the importance of conservation efforts aimed at maintaining a healthy and diverse gut microbiota. Recent research has also shown that the gut microbiota may have an impact on other aspects of human health, such as cardiovascular health and cancer risk. The gut microbiota has been linked to the regulation of cholesterol levels and blood pressure, and imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Similarly, imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to increased risk of certain types of cancer, such as colorectal cancer. Furthermore, the gut microbiota may also play an important role in the regulation of metabolism and energy balance. Recent research has shown that the gut microbiota may influence the way the body processes food and stores energy, and imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to metabolic disorders such as obesity and diabetes. Conservation efforts aimed at maintaining a healthy and diverse gut microbiota are therefore essential for promoting overall human health and preventing a range of diseases. In addition to the strategies mentioned above, efforts to promote a healthy gut microbiota can include the use of fecal microbiota transplantation, which involves transferring healthy microbiota from a donor to a recipient in order to restore a healthy gut microbiota, and the development of new therapies that target the gut microbiota for the treatment of various diseases. In conclusion, the gut microbiota is a complex and diverse ecosystem of microorganisms that plays critical roles in human health and disease. The gut microbiota is involved in a range of important ecological functions such as digestion, immune function, and metabolism, and imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to a range of health problems, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, and metabolic disorders. Conservation efforts aimed at maintaining a healthy and diverse gut microbiota are therefore essential for promoting overall human health and preventing a range of diseases. Recent research has also explored the relationship between the gut microbiota and allergies, autoimmune diseases, and even neurological disorders such as Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis. Imbalances in the gut microbiota have been linked to increased risk of allergies and autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. While certain types of gut bacteria have been shown to produce compounds that may protect against these diseases. Furthermore, the gut microbiota has been implicated in the regulation of mood and behavior. Studies have shown that imbalances in the gut microbiota can lead to changes in behavior and cognitive function, and the gut microbiota has been linked to the regulation of stress and anxiety levels. Types of foods and their effects on the body. Food is essential for life and provides the body with the nutrients it needs to function properly. Different types of foods have different effects on the body, depending on their nutrient content and other factors. Carbohydrates are an important source of energy for the body. Simple carbohydrates, such as those found in sugar and refined grains, are quickly digested and can cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. Complex carbohydrates, such as those found in whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, are digested more slowly and can help to stabilize blood sugar levels. Protein is important for building and repairing tissues in the body, including muscles, bones, and organs. Animal sources of protein, such as meat, poultry, and dairy products, are complete sources of protein and provide all of the essential amino acids the body needs. Plant sources of protein, such as beans, lentils, and nuts, are incomplete sources of protein and may need to be combined with other foods to provide all of the essential amino acids. Fats are an important source of energy and play a role in hormone production, cell function, and nutrient absorption. Saturated and trans fats, found in animal products and processed foods, can increase the risk of heart disease and other health problems. Unsaturated fats, found in foods such as nuts, seeds, and fatty fish, can help to lower the risk of heart disease and other health problems. Vitamins and minerals are essential for a variety of bodily functions. Vitamins and minerals are found in a variety of foods, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains, dairy products, and lean proteins. A balanced diet that includes a variety of foods from all food groups can help to ensure adequate intake of vitamins and minerals. In addition to nutrient content, other factors can also impact the effects of food on the body. For example, food additives and preservatives can have negative effects on health, and some individuals may have sensitivities or allergies to certain foods. Certain diets and dietary patterns have also been associated with health benefits. For example, the Mediterranean diet, which is high in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats, has been associated with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease and other health problems. The effects of food on the body also depend on the timing and frequency of meals. Skipping meals or going long periods without eating can cause fluctuations in blood sugar levels, which can lead to fatigue, mood swings, and other symptoms. Eating frequent, balanced meals throughout the day can help to stabilize blood sugar levels and provide the body with a steady source of energy. In addition to the macronutrients, carbohydrates, protein, and fat, and micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, other components of food can also have health benefits. For example, fiber, found in whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, can help to lower cholesterol levels, regulate digestion, and promote feelings of fullness. Phytochemicals, found in plant-based foods, have been associated with a reduced risk of chronic diseases such as cancer and heart disease. The effects of food on the body can also vary depending on an individual's unique physiology and health status. For example, individuals with certain health conditions, such as diabetes or celiac disease, may need to modify their diets to manage their conditions effectively. In addition to the physical effects of food on the body, There are also psychological and social factors that influence food choices and eating behaviors. Stress, emotions, and social situations can all impact the types of foods individuals choose to eat and the amount they consume. Cultural and societal norms can also influence food choices and eating behaviors. The impact of food on the body also extends beyond just physical health. Food can also have psychological and emotional effects, influencing mood, cognition, and behavior. For example, certain foods, such as those high in sugar and refined carbohydrates, can cause a temporary sugar high followed by a crash, which can lead to mood swings, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. On the other hand, foods high in omega-3 fatty acids, such as fatty fish and nuts, have been associated with improved mood and cognitive function. Food can also play a role in social interactions and cultural traditions. Sharing meals with family and friends is a common social activity, and certain foods may be associated with cultural and religious traditions. In addition, food is often used as a way to celebrate special occasions and events. However, the impact of food on the body is not always positive. Unhealthy eating habits, such as consuming too much processed or fast food, can lead to chronic health conditions such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. In addition, eating disorders, such as anorexia and bulimia, can have serious physical and psychological consequences. Public health efforts, such as nutrition education and policy initiatives, can help to promote healthy eating habits and reduce the burden of diet-related chronic diseases. Nutrition education can provide individuals with the knowledge and skills needed to make informed decisions about food choices. While policy initiatives, such as taxes on sugary drinks and menu labeling requirements, can help to create environments that support healthy food choices. The impact of food on the body extends beyond just physical health, influencing psychological, social, and cultural factors as well. Food can have both positive and negative effects on the body, depending on the type and amount consumed. Nutrition education and policy initiatives are important tools in promoting healthy eating habits and reducing the burden of diet-related chronic diseases. Further research in this field may lead to the development of new prevention and treatment strategies for a variety of conditions. In addition to the impact of food on the body, it's also important to consider the impact of food production and distribution on the environment and society. The food system, including agriculture, transportation, and processing, contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and other environmental problems. In addition, food insecurity and hunger remain significant challenges in many parts of the world. Efforts to promote sustainable food systems can help to address these challenges. Sustainable food systems prioritize environmental, social, and economic sustainability, including reducing greenhouse gas emissions, supporting local and regional food systems, and promoting equitable access to healthy food. Sustainable agriculture practices, such as regenerative farming and organic farming, can help to reduce the environmental impact of food production while supporting soil health and biodiversity. In addition, efforts to reduce food waste can also contribute to sustainable food systems. Food waste is a significant problem worldwide, with up to 1/3 of all food produced being wasted or lost. Addressing food waste can help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and conserve resources, while also increasing access to food for those in need. Conclusion. In conclusion, the impact of food extends beyond just the body, with food production and distribution having significant environmental and social implications. Sustainable food systems prioritize environmental, social, and economic sustainability, and can help to address challenges such as climate change and food insecurity. Efforts to reduce food waste can also contribute to sustainable food systems, while increasing access to food for those in need.